Hello my lovelies, welcome to this full moon preparation video. I've done something similar to this in the past, but it was a while ago. A lot of you are probably new here and you may have not seen it. But guys, I'm gonna walk you through doing a little full moon release bath. A lot of you don't have a bathtub or can't sit in a tub and take a bath, or you don't like to, and I have a video where I taught you how to make a bath for the bathtub. Now I'll link that video in this video if you want to watch it, but today we're going to do something a little bit different, and I'm going to show you guys how to make a full moon cleansing for the shower. Okay, the fastest and easiest way, guys, and again, if you want to make your own scrub, I have a link in the description of the video where I also show you how to make a scrub. But if that's a lot of work, if you can go to like a Whole Foods or like a Trader Joe's or something, or some kind of health food store near you, and find a sea salt scrub. Lots of places have them. I went to Trader Joe's. I want to say, guys, Trader Joe's is not paying me for this. I'm not making a single dime from them for sharing this with you. This is just a helpful trick that's, helped me, because I've been very, very busy with readings and I haven't been able to really get into my rituals the way that I like, so I've had to find fast ways. So I like this one because it's got lavender oil in it, and I'm going to tell you how you can pick out a good salt scrub. If you look at the ingredients here, it says sea salt. You want to make sure it's sea salt, right? Or if you're making your own, you want to make sure you're using sea salt. Here it's going to tell us what is in here and how much of it. The first thing that's listed, has most of it is made up of the majority of it. So the majority of this is sea salt. Second majority of this is almond oil. Okay, third majority of this is safflower oil, right? And then if we go way down all these different oils, we got lavender oil, which is maybe not a whole lot of it in here. Okay, but it's got St. John's wort, which is really good for releasing. Okay, we've got lavender, which is really good for helping with calm energy, releasing stress from a metaphysical standpoint. And so this is what I do. I go ahead and first and foremost, I clear it, because I clear everything. When it comes to energy, I'm very picky about energy. So I light my sage. I like this particular sage because it's rolled in that red herb. That red herb is called dragon's blood, guys. A lot of people have this belief where it's like, oh, I'm just going to sage myself. Sage is very powerful. Sage is great, but what a lot of people don't realize, and I do house clearings, sage doesn't clear everything. If you're dealing with an entity or an attachment or an energy that is not human in origin, sage may not work against it, but dragon's blood and frankincense and copal are very good for clearing away that other stuff. So I really like this because it's the 2-in-1, and I will have a link to get some of that if you would like, also in the video. It's a nice little time saver instead of having to burn a bunch of different stuff. So this is what I do. I put in a few drops of lavender oil, just a little bit extra because I love my lavender. I put in a few drops of clary sage for the clearing, right? You got the sea salt. And I put rosemary. Fun fact, guys, a lot of people don't know this, but I read about it not too long ago. Did you know that rosemary was used by the Catholic Church for exorcisms and stuff back in the day? I've heard the Catholic Church doesn't do that stuff anymore. I'm not Catholic, I don't know, but rosemary is very good for energy clearing. So I'll go ahead and I'll put in a couple of drops. And some of you are like, look, I can't afford those fancy essential oils. No problem. Just go to the grocery store, go to the dollar store, pick up some ground sage, pick up some ground rosemary, boil some water, dilute it in the water, throw it in your bath, or just sprinkle some of the powder in here if you want. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Keep it simple, all right? So I put my sage in there, I'm gonna put my rosemary in there. Okay? And then I'm not going to use a fancy schmancy equipment or spoon. We're keeping this real AF, guys. We're doing this like if we were like in your kitchen or at home, right? We're being very practical here. I just have a spoon from the kitchen. It's washed. It's cleaned. I go ahead and I clear it so nobody else's cooties are on there. Energetic cooties, right? I clear it. I bless it. And then I just stir it up. And then here's my little tip and trick that I like to do. Sometimes I'll add a little extra pink Himalayan salt to it because I really love the vibration of the pink salt. So if you have some on hand, if you want to do that, you can. You don't have to. Then I take my crystals, which have been charged on my altar. I'll drop in an amethyst. I'll drop in a clear quartz. Now I need to give you a warning about the crystals, guys. You know, these are crystals I've used in the past for my sea salt scrub, and they've held up really good in the salt. But if you have a crystal that's very special to you or very important to you, do not drop it in here, because some crystals will dissolve. Some crystals will not stand up against the sea salt. They can erode, right? So if it's a crystal that's very beautiful, that's very special to you, you're not going to want to put it in here. But if you have a crystal that's like a work crystal, you know, I have my work crystals, you can go ahead and dump it in here. Now I'm going to show you an example of something that you can do after. You can go ahead and leave this on your altar to charge against your candles. And like here, I've got this beautiful piece of rose quartz, which is nice, natural, raw rose quartz. It's good quality rose quartz. I can't put it in here, right? Or this one, I've got this big giant piece of rose quartz. If I put that in there, it's going to dissolve. It's going to melt. I can't. But I can charge it by putting it right here. Just right on top. I'm just going to let that soak that in, right? You can't really see, but I've got a selenite lamp next to it, right? And it's sucking up that good old selenite lamp energy as well. Do not put selenite in your salt. I can tell you that right now. Selenite is one of the crystals that will dissolve. So that's a quick little tip and trick right there, guys, on how to have a quick little inexpensive energy bath. And so what I do is I will do that every single day that I take a shower. I will use the sea salt scrub after the full moon, because it's releasing up until the new moon. And then the new moon, I'll do another bath, which is about bringing in or calling in, or scrub, I should say. Also, maybe you don't want to do it every single day of the full moon. That's definite, or like after the full moon, that's okay. But I would just say, you know, have this on hand, and maybe once a week, or if you're just feeling like you need a little bit of a cleanse, go ahead and do that. You can also charge this if you don't have candles, or if you can't use incense where you live. You can go online and you can find some binaural beats on YouTube or in your Spotify, and go ahead and let it charge through music. I would show you an example. I would just like play music on my other phone and put it here, but YouTube is probably going to ding me if I'm playing music that I don't have the rights for. But you get the idea. So you can charge with music, you can charge with sunlight, you can charge, like I got my candles here, I got my lamp here, I got my little crystal here. There's lots of different ways that you can charge that, okay? And then you can go ahead and take a shower. Or you know, if you want to do the bath, you can check out the other video as well. I want to say thank you to Anthony from Divination Destination, because I'm gonna do some messages for you guys with a deck that he sent me. He was really cool. He actually sent me some really cool stuff. And again, I'm not like earning money or anything for showing you guys this stuff, but I want to use it today. I don't know if any of you are familiar with pendulums, but I'll probably be making a pendulum video in the near future. Okay, so it's a little mat for like pendulum answers, right? It's a clear quartz pendulum, and I could be like, you know, show me a clear sign for no. I already charged it with my sage, so that it's pointing towards no, and I swear to you I'm not moving it, right? Show me a sign for yes. Let's see if it's going to cooperate for yes. Show me yes. Oh. It's wanting to go in a circle. That's why sometimes it may not go by the mat. Okay, well, there we go. It's going that way for yes. Right? So this is cool. This is like a cool way to ask questions or to look at things. All right. So maybe I'll do a pendulum. Maybe I'll go on live and I'll do pendulum questions. That would be fun. Thanks to Anthony, I can do that now. But he sent me a really cool deck, which I am in love with. And I'm going to use that for the messages today. Soulful Woman. Okay. I'm going to use other decks too. I mixed up a bunch of decks. But let's see what messages we have for the full moon. Because I know this full moon in Scorpio, guys, it's intense, and people have some really intense emotions right now. I'm a Scorpio, so I'm definitely feeling the energy, but we're gonna connect here. Let me actually readjust the camera. All right, my darlings, we are all set. So the red cards are from the Soulful Woman deck, and then I'm gonna list all of the decks that I'm using because I know a lot of you always ask. But our first card here is Time of Fallow. Creative manifestation occurs more easily when I have nurtured myself and honored my time of fallow. What does that even mean? What does fallow mean? Well, fallow means, it's a fancy word for winter. Okay, so this is telling me the fact that this is coming up, guys. A lot of you in this Scorpio full moon energy, a lot of you are feeling rock bottom. Like, a lot of you are just feeling like, I don't have a whole lot going on for me right now. It is barren. Like, I'm trying to be positive, I'm trying to be optimistic, but some of you are feeling like you don't have a friend in the world, or you know a lot of people but you can't count on them. You know, or you're just like feeling like things are not moving right now. Things are not moving and shaking the way that you would like them to. Well, I want to draw your attention to the fact that there's a 45 here on this card as well. 4 plus 5 can be read two ways. 45 can be read 4. Angel number 4, your angels are surrounding you and they're working behind the scenes to make things turn around in your favor. And 5 is a number of changes. So some of you might be feeling like you had the rug pulled out from under you fairly recently. So like you might feel like you thought things were going to go a certain way and they didn't. Okay, but this is saying trust in the changes that you're going through because your angels are working things out in your favor. If you want to add them together in a sense of numerology and say 4 plus 5 equals 9, angel number 9 is that you are going through an enlightenment right now. You're ascending spiritually and you're going to begin seeing things in a very different way and rising up to a higher vibration. Okay, so in that process, your angels may be clearing away the people and the things that have been holding you back or holding you down. So even though it might feel like winter, you know, symbolically or energetically in your life, during winter, we know there's seeds underground that are still alive. They're still growing. Okay, what is that saying? It's a saying from, I believe, a Spanish writer. He said, they tried to bury us, but they didn't know that we were seeds, right? So right now, maybe you might feel a whole lot isn't happening, but it's that winter time with the seeds that are buried underneath and they're growing even though you can't see it. It's gonna come up, it's gonna sprout up, you're gonna come up, you're gonna sprout up. Okay, this is just a temporary kind of process. Make use of this time to heal, to release, to nurture yourself. Maybe you don't have a whole lot going on by way of association or opportunities or things to do or places to go, but use this time to connect with your higher power. Use this time to connect with your passions and your interests. You know, listening to music, journaling, you know, painting, drawing. I don't care if you just go to the dollar store and pick up a coloring book and some crayons. You know, whatever it is, just to kind of break out of that stagnant energy and direct your mind towards simple pleasures. Okay, no matter how simple they may seem, begin directing your mind towards those simple pleasures. Our next card here, I mixed up a few decks. We have birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. I don't know why. I've pulled up this card before in other times that I've used it, but I don't know if any of you, I'm an 80s baby, I'm a 1980s baby. I don't know if any of you watched the movie The Never-Ending Story, and there's this point towards the end, spoiler alert for any of you who didn't see it in the last 25 years, but there's this time there's this period in the end when what is it? I want to say Fantasia, but I don't think it's Fantasia. It's gonna hit me later and I'm gonna say, I can't believe I said it wrong. Maybe it is Fantasia. We'll say Fantasia. So you know, she's like, you know, Fantasia was destroyed and she just has one little single grain of sand to remember it by, and that's all that's left of it, right? And it's very dark, and Sebastian's like, it's so dark, and the princess says, in the beginning it is always dark. In the beginning it is always dark, right? The beginning is a time of creation. We're going to call in the light. We're going to bring in the light, in other words. Very deep movie. It's a children's movie, but man, is it deep, right? So that's the time you might be feeling in that dark winter, but you're birthing this new age. It's the time of creation. You're going to be calling in light. I mean, there's nowhere to go but up from here. What do you want to call in? What do you want to manifest? You're creating a turning point in your life. I guarantee you that for the majority of you, the next 4 to 8 months from now, people are going to be like, man, you've really changed. Like, what have you been doing differently? Or wow, your luck has changed. Or like, people are going to be coming to you and asking you for advice. A lot of the same people that weren't there for you when you needed them. Okay, but you are creating that new age. You're birthing that new age. If you haven't seen A Never Ending Story, maybe you need to see it. Maybe that's why it popped up in my head, because Spirit is bringing my attention to that movie. But it is a beautiful movie about a kid who really didn't have a whole lot of people that he could turn to. But there's a lot of meaning and there's a lot of symbolism in that movie. So I'm probably going to watch it tomorrow night. It's going to be for my full moon. I'll watch A Never Ending Story. All right, so next we've got love. All right, love. So this is a confirmation for many of you that are watching. You might feel really alone, or you might have somebody that you really loved and they disappointed you. And you might be feeling like, man, I'm a good person. Why don't I have anybody loyal? Why don't I have my love? Or why is my relationship not being as loving as I want it to be? What am I doing wrong? And Spirit is trying to give you reassurance that love is coming in for you, that you are going to have this love. But first, you are building your fantasia. First, you are coming into your kingdom, into your soul family, into the people that are going to be aligned with this new vibration. And then love will come in. You're not going to be alone forever. And you're not going to be alone romantically forever. That's one of the things people get really frustrated because they hear that, oh, I don't want to hear about making friends. I don't want to hear about keeping busy. I'm not interested in that. I want to have my person. Well, I have to say it, my darlings, you will have your person, but this is why the universe does it first through friends and first through being happy. If something has been sitting still for a long time, if we move it forward full speed, you're going to get whiplash. If I said, hey, hop in the car, we're going to go, I don't know, we're going to go to Disneyland, or whatever, somewhere fun, right? If I had magic powers in my car to be able to put my foot on the pedal and have it go 60 miles immediately, we'd both be hurt. Because we need to ease up into that speed. And it's the same thing with romantic love. We need to build our way up to it. And so if you've had a life full of people who haven't been loyal to you, or people who've been shady, or people who've been this or that, your heart needs to work its way up to be ready to have that kind of love coming in. Okay, so don't be quick to dismiss it or be like, no, I don't want it. This is telling you you are going to have love. Okay, you are going to have love. And we have peace, okay? This Scorpio full moon, guys, I'm a Scorpio myself, so I've been feeling this moon very heavy since about last Saturday, okay? I've been feeling it really heavy. Usually the energy we feel 3 days before, we start feeling it, but those of us who are sensitive to moon energy, but man, I'm telling you, this one, and then we had a Libra moon a few months ago. Ooh, that one came in very strong too. And it could be because I have Libra in my chart. I don't know. But I also have Taurus in my chart. And this Taurus full moon, even though I felt it, I didn't feel it the way I'm feeling the Scorpio full moon or the Libra moon. But guys, this is facing our fears. This moon is bringing up a lot of deep emotional layers, things that maybe we weren't even aware of. I am hearing that some of you are even dealing with repressed memories resurfacing. So you may be remembering things from your childhood that you had forgotten about, or maybe even some of you, your early adult years that you had blocked out. And for some of you, they can be very traumatic situations. For some of you, maybe not as traumatic, but it might be a shock, and it might be difficult as it's coming to the surface. Understand and know this: whatever is coming to the surface, whether it's a repressed memory, whether it's something that you've tried not to think about for a long time, whether they're feelings that you didn't realize that you had, whatever is coming to the surface is coming to the surface because you are ready. You are ready to deal with it. You are ready to release it. It's not coming to the surface to torment you. It's coming to the surface because it's ready to be released. It's ready to come out. And that's what the full moon energy is about. The full moon energy is about releasing and letting go of things. It's about, you know, coming into this energy of being able to let go of the things that are taking up space so that we can begin manifesting and calling in new things. So this is a good time to bring in a sense of sanctuary into your environment, clear away clutter, stay away from anybody that's bringing you down. You know who those people are. If the phone rings and you look at, or you get a text and you look and you kind of cringe, that's somebody that's bringing you down. It's okay to set boundaries. It's okay not to answer that text or not to answer that phone call for a while, you know, until you can maybe find a way to ask spirit to help you move away from that relationship or that connection if you want to do. If it's somebody you absolutely feel like you can't do that with, then it's okay for you to just kind of pace yourself and limit your interaction. But be at peace, my darlings. It's going to get better. Next, we have appreciation. Appreciating the good that exists in my here and now expands my awareness to all this that is good in the universe. So even though there might not be a whole lot that you feel is going on for you right now, if you can hold on and be in gratitude and appreciate what is good, what is here, then that is going to help magnify and call in the new things, because you're going through clearing. And if we can be in a spirit of appreciation, we're going to manifest much quicker, much faster. Guys, there's been, I know, times in my life that the only thing I could appreciate was that I had a place to sleep that night, you know, and that was it. Or like, I appreciated the fact that I could take a shower, you know, because there's some people who didn't have that. And you might think, oh, well, big deal, I should have a place to sleep, I should be able to take a shower. Well, yeah, absolutely, you absolutely should. But there are people who can't do that. And maybe you're watching this and maybe you don't have a place to sleep or you don't have a shower. But if you can try to be grateful for whatever opportunities are available for help, any organizations, any churches, any counseling centers, any shelters, then from there it can grow, right? It can grow. Try not to be angry about where you are. I know it can be difficult, but this is a time to release those feelings. You know, if you feel them, acknowledge them, let them go, ride out those waves, let them out, but then try to be appreciative of what you do have in your life, no matter how small. And I can tell you from my own experience, it will grow. You will have bigger things come in. You will have bigger, positive, enjoyable things that will come in and blessings that will come in. But just try to stay in your appreciation, okay? 25 also, once again, have faith in the changes that you're going through. 2 is a number of faith, belief, coming together. 5 is change. Okay, have faith in the changes that you're going through. If you want to do 2 plus 5 equals 7, 7 is listen to your intuition, listen to your inner guidance. Okay, and be thankful. Angel of new life, an exciting new chapter in your life is about to unfold. You're creating that fantasia, my darlings. You're creating this whole new life. Okay, and look forward to that. You know, give yourself time, give yourself a moment to release what you want to release, what you need to release, and then keep your eyes set towards the goal, towards the happiness, towards the joy. Okay, you might be going through the storm, but it's gonna stop. You know, the sun will come up and you're gonna have that rainbow. You're gonna have the colors filling up your life. This is a whole new life coming in, and we can't have a whole new life if, you know, we don't let go of the old. So I do feel a lot of you watching this video feel like things are falling apart for you, or you might feel like your old life isn't working for you anymore. Well, it's a release. It's a full moon release. It's, you know, letting go of the things that have been keeping us in fear, keeping us stagnant, you know, not allowing us to connect with our true emotions. So all of those things are being removed so that you can call in this new life. We have starseed. Okay, what lights you up? Begin focusing on the things that bring you happiness. You are a starseed. You are a light worker. You are here for a bigger purpose, okay? You're not here to pay somebody's bills. You're not here to turn somebody on. You're not here to fill somebody else's fragile ego. You are here with a purpose, and your purpose is what brings you joy. Your purpose is what you are passionate about, okay? Your purpose is about you know, what it is that is near and dear to your heart. Okay. For me, I love kids. I don't have kids, but I know my purpose is gonna be to put out things for children who are intuitive, to put out things for children who are light workers, and those are things I'm working on. I'm very passionate. I get very angry when I see people who are being lied to. I get very angry when I see people who are being made to feel like less than they really are. And that's one of the things that I try to do with this channel, is I try to build people up. I try to give people hope. You know, I'm not going to sit here and tell lies to sell readings, or tell people, oh, you need to call me for a reading because this is going to happen or that's going to happen. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to put fear out there for people, okay? You know, we do have readings, and sometimes Spirit will give us a heads up, but I'm not all about putting out fear. I'm not all about here to like make you like feel like I'm your savior. I'm here to let you know ways in which you can empower yourself and strengthen yourself. So what are the things that you're passionate about? What do you see in the world that upsets you? What are some things you can do right now with your current resources to bring about change? What makes you happy? For me, in the very beginning, when I was going through the dark night of the soul, the only thing that really made me happy was water. Like, you know, being able to take a shower, going to the YMCA and being able to go swimming. Like, those are the only things that brought me any kind of relief or comfort, because I was so depressed. And from there, guess what? Being in that water became a meditation. And through that meditation, I connected with my higher power. And through connecting with my higher power, one thing led to another, and amethystangellight is here. You know, so this is why this channel is here. This is why, you know, I'm just giving you an example from my experience. I'm not, any exception to the rule. You know, I'm a human being. You're a human being. You can also connect. You can also have those experiences. So just try to think of what brings you comfort and spend time in that. Maybe in the beginning it's just listening to certain songs. Maybe for some of you it is coloring or drawing or writing or playing an instrument, or just sitting outside and being near a tree, or listening to the birds. Whatever it is, no matter how small, try to be in that element. Try to be, you know, spending a few minutes a day connecting with that. And then from there, you're going to see big shifts happening and messages coming your way. We have Goddess of the Sacred Path. Let go of logic and trust your intuition. This doesn't mean to go and do crazy things or illogical things, but it does mean to listen to your intuition and to understand and know that Spirit is working something out in your favor, even if you can't make heads or tails of it. Even if you're like, dude, I don't see any way in which this is going to get better. Believe me, I felt that way in my life, and it still happens from time to time. But this is the time, instead of to say, there's no way this is going to get better, I don't see any solution, you know, just hand it over and say, I'm doing the best that I can with what's in my power. The rest of it, God, angel, Spirit, I cannot wait to see how you solve this one, you know, and just surrender it. And be in that faith. Do what you can that is in your power. Surrender the rest, and I promise you, you won't be disappointed. We have embrace change. With every loss, I understand that something new is about to be birthed beyond what I can imagine. 43. Again, your angels are around you. Okay, they're surrounding you. They're working behind the scenes. 3 is the master, ascended master energy. Ascended masters are with you. 4 plus 3 equals 7. Listen to your intuition. So again, I feel really strongly that many of you are feeling like you're at a loss. So this full moon, I think for a lot of you, came in with the energy where like some truth was revealed to you, or you gave up hope on a person or a situation, or just something came out into the light, something was revealed, or your eyes opened and saw the truth of a situation. And so you're having to release, you're having to let go. Okay, but this is saying have faith and know that, again, something new is coming. I pulled cards from a bunch of different decks, and it's really, really interesting to me that a lot of the cards are saying the same thing in different ways. Spirit is just really emphasizing, guys, this is not over. This is the beginning. You are at the doorway of a beautiful new life. Beautiful new things are about to be born. Do not be discouraged. Do not give up. Do not let go. Okay, I'm moving along because my camera is going to cut off at 38 seconds. Then we have Priestess. How are you being called to set up and lead? You're here to be a leader. You have intuitive energy. Maybe you're not going to be a tarot reader or an energy healer, but you have vision. You have dreams. You're going to create books. You're going to create companies. You're going to create things. You're going to create, whatever it is that you're putting out there into the world that's making a difference in your way. Light workers come in all kinds of shapes and forms. Light workers are teachers, actors, musicians, writers, firefighters, all kinds of different things, okay? And so you're bringing about that change. You're that positive change in the world. You are that priest or priestess. You're calling in this energy. You are a leader, okay? There's nothing here about you being a victim, okay? You are a leader and you're going to come up into your power. Goddess of sacred power. I swear to you, I have not even looked at this card. I swear to you, I have not looked at these cards. Goddess of sacred power. You are being encouraged to take a leading role in your current situation. I'm getting chills. I did not even look at the cards and I'm getting chills. So you are empowered, okay? You are not a victim. You are a powerful person. The Spirit has shown you that maybe you've been giving your power to people that are not worthy of you giving your power to them. And so you're being born, you're rising up, you're that phoenix about to rise from the ashes. Hope. Don't give up hope. Don't give up hope. Okay, your angels are around you. Okay, hope is going to get you through this. I know it can be a scary thing to hope because we get afraid of being disappointed, but don't give up on your hope. Princess Charming. I take the horse by the reins and become my own Princess Charming. Take care of my own needs. Taking care of my own needs. So, again, love is coming. We know love is coming. In the meantime, you do you, and you're going to really attract the right prince or the knight or the king. If you are watching this and you're not interested in men, or you are a man, or you identify as male, then the message for you is you don't have to be anybody's hero, okay? Because sometimes there's men, believe me, men come to me for readings, and just like women get taken advantage of by men who are in a wreck situation, it happens to men too. They get cheated on. They get with women who clear out their bank accounts, who cry and make them feel bad, and so they try to rescue. They want to be the rescuer, right? But we find true love when we're in this confident energy. Okay, true love is not about being rescued. True love is about two people that are bringing something beautiful into each other's lives, value into each other's lives. Next we have the initiation, rite of passage. You're going somewhere sacred, guys, okay? This is why the truth is being revealed to you about who and what not to put your faith or your hope in, because you're ascending. You're coming into a new vibration. A lot of us are moving into that new vibration and ascending. Some people call it going into the 5D. Some people call it Ascension. Some people call it the new golden age. Whatever you want to call it, right? But we're ascending, right? And so everything that's happening right now is showing you the way, is guiding you towards that beautiful, beautiful new land, away from this darkness, away from these storms, and into that beautiful new refreshing land. Angel of families. The angel surrounds both you and your family at the moment. So some of you are feeling like you need to work on yourselves, but you're very worried for your family. Maybe you're coming out of a toxic family and you're like, I can't leave them behind. They need me. God and the angels are saying, put them in God's hands, put them in the guardian angel's hands. You need to save yourself right now. Some of you are in charge of your family, and maybe you have young children and you can't leave your children behind, or you've left your children behind and you're feeling very bad about it. Understand that God is with